Hello, hello. Are we rolling? Are we rolling? I think we're rolling, y'all. Hello, everyone. Yes, yes. Applause, applause. Yes, yes. Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first ever officially recorded episode of Richie Spills. I recorded another like 30-minute episode before this, and it's gonna get released eventually, but it's gonna be in like 2 months because like it's a very personal episode, and y'all need to know like the fun side of me before the emotional side of me. So hello everyone. Welcome to the first official episode. Yes. I'm actually so excited. I have been trying to like I've been thinking about a podcast for the past like year, and it started with the Instagram lives, of course. And before we get into depth with anything, I have a little script written out and everything. I'm really excited because I'm gonna go through the entire script, and I'm excited because I have it's been a lot of work and a lot of effort putting this whole podcast together. Um, I've had lots of help from my friends, my family, and just a bunch of people in between, mostly myself, actually. This is mostly a self made podcast, but I've had lots of help from lots of people. And all of those people will be getting like a thanks and a shout out at the end of this episode because I'm gonna thank and I'm gonna shout out people at the end of every episode. Sometimes it's not actually gonna be people. Sometimes it's gonna be like a concept or like an idea or something. But today we are going to do. Okay, so before we do anything, I'm going to do a quick little who am I, because some people might not know everything about me, and that's okay because girls, sometimes you don't need to know everything about me. But um if you didn't know, my name is Richie McBride. This is Richie Spills, hosted by yours truly, Richie McBride. And sometimes I'm going to have a little special guest because, girl, special guest is iconic. And again, first name, Richie McBride. First name is Richie McBride. Yeah, no. My first and last, Richie McBride. Um, my main three zodiac. My main three zodiac is I'm a Virgo sun, which September baby. Yes, yes. I love being a Virgo. It's kind of fun, but it's also like it makes me want to kill myself. But then a lot of my energy comes from my moon sign. I'm a Scorpio moon, which means that's where my evil comes from. That's where the majority of me being an evil psycho bitch comes from, which I've accepted. I've accepted that. Yes, and it helps me. And then I'm a Virgo rising too, so I'm a Virgo Scorpio sandwich, and it eats because it helps me work, and I'm an icon, and I slay, and diva mama work. Yes. Um, I grew up on the west end of Davenport. That impacted a lot of how I act now, and it impacted a lot of my friendships and my social skills. But whatever. Um, but then in like I think in sixth grade, like in sixth grade, in I think the winter, I think I moved 2 days after Christmas. I moved over to my current house in Bettendorf. So it's really cute. I like my house. I'm in my basement right now filming this episode because I don't have any guests right now. So I get to do it at my house alone. So I really like it. My favorite holiday is Halloween, is like the basic answer, but like if we're gonna go into depth, my favorite like holiday that I celebrate is the day after Valentine's Day. Because for Valentine's Day, for Halloween, you can like buy a bunch of candy the day after, like on sale and whatever, but it's not gonna be the same because like, girl, they can just everyone's they can you can give trashy candy out to the neighborhood kids any day of the year. You can give out trashy candy, but Valentine's candy, it has to be good because you're trying to impress someone. Yes. So the day after, I go to my local Walgreens and I buy a bunch of candy for myself because no one ever buys me fucking Valentine's candy. All of my friends are fake, and I know I have a boyfriend. And yeah, but no. And then the activities I'm in, just so y'all know a little more about me, I'm in color guard. which is the flags that you do during marching band if y'all don't know. It's fun. I like it. I don't like it doesn't make me want to die. So all the time. Sometimes it does, but who cares about that? But yeah, so I enjoy doing that. And then I do show choir too. I'm in the varsity show choir. CSI. CSI. Yeah. C yeah. CSI. It's late at night when I'm filming this, so I did that really wrong. But who cares? Who cares? This is my podcast. Yeah, I do CSI, first year, CSI sophomore. Whoop whoop. Per. And then I also do mock trial, which I did mock trial last year, and like I'm supposed to do it this year, but no one's like messaged me about it, and no one's like put information out there. And I really like mock trial. And last year it was really well managed because one of our seniors, Grace Brandt, love you queen, her mom was the one running it, and her mom's a lawyer, so yeah. And Grace is going to school to be a lawyer too, so yeah, so yeah, that is who I am, your glorious and gracious host. That's who I am. Thank you so much, divas. I love you, queens. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. I'm not done yet. Um, I'm a little unknown fact about me, which this is like a get to know me episode, so I'm just going to be talking about myself and like the podcast in general. Um, I can control the weather, y'all. Whether or not you believe me, I don't care. I control the weather. I have like, it's a crazy secret. Like, it's not a secret, but it's like a secret. I can like, I can summon storms. Like, not instantly, obviously, because that's like actually a superpower. I can like, whenever I take a bath, like within the week of my bath, a huge storm happens. I'm talking like, actually, like, I accidentally think I caused the derecho because I took a bath the week before it. And you guys know how it is. And I'm also psychic, so like, I think they tie together. I think they tie together. Yeah. It's like, I'm 70% sure that it's just like my superpower and I'm just magic secretly. And I think that's kind of like, I think I wanted to share that with the podcast and I wanted to share that with the people. And I think it's just a little fun thing you could know about me. And I really enjoy it. This has already been really fun and we're only just now getting started. So you guys can only assume it's only going to get better from here. And I'm going to go through and answer some like questions you might have really quick because like if you might have any questions, No. Yeah. So, why did I make the podcast? I I made the podcast. I think I made it specifically so I could like express my emotions in like a more comfortable manner cuz like sometimes when I'm talking to my friends, sometimes they interrupt me while I'm in the middle of a deep thought and I'm like I'm not upset about them with it because of it cuz like girl, this is a conversation, it's two ways. I'm not asking you to listen to me, but sometimes I just want to be able to talk and sometimes my friends aren't willing to do that. Sometimes my friends aren't willing to listen to me do that, and that's okay. That's okay. We're all people, and I'm not expecting you to be perfect. And I'm not expecting you to listen to me jamber and jamber on forever, because that would be stupid. No one wants to listen to me jamber on forever. Except for you guys, because you willingly tuned into this, y'all. You did this to yourself. You tuned into me jambering every fucking time. Um, yeah. Um, I really did it because of my Instagram lives, which, if you guys didn't know, I used to do Instagram lives a lot towards the end of the school year. After show choir season started, that's when the first one kind of started. And then after that, I kind of did lives almost every weekend because it was a fun and comfortable way for me to talk to my friends and interact with more people that I didn't know. And it made me feel like good about myself because I got to talk to my friends and I got to interact with the audience, and it was great because I'm a very kind of theatrical person, and I'm a social person. I like being around people, but also sometimes not, but who cares? um I also kind of wanted to test the limits that y'all were willing to go to get some content. I don't know how long y'all can test listening to me. I'm hoping we can make it to an hour. I'm hoping y'all can listen to me for a full hour. So if y'all can do that, good fucking luck. I'm not joking. If you can listen to this voice for an hour talk about nothing, I'm actually like the episode I recorded before this. It's actually just me repeating the same stuff over and over for I think 36 minutes. I'm not joking. I think I just say the exact same stuff over and over for 36 minutes. And I'm sure some of y'all are going to eat it up. Some of y'all are going to think I'm spewing the Lord's work. Some of y'all are going to think I'm being possessed by Jesus when I do this. Which, you know what? Maybe I fucking am. Who knows? Only Jesus himself, whatever. Um, if I'm being honest, the Instagram lives got really tiring for me to do. It was a lot of energy, and it really like it kind of started to hurt my head. And I tried to do one like a few weeks ago, and it was really just like it was hard for me to stay awake during it. Not because the people in it were boring, but because like it wasn't and it wasn't like a good energy to have around, I think. It wasn't the same, and it was like I was trying to like restart what brought me my fame, which if you didn't know, I'm obviously famous on Instagram because of the lives. Not really, but that's okay. But it felt like I was trying too hard, and it was tiring. I almost fell asleep on live like twice those that night. Yeah. And people really enjoyed my lives, and it's hard for me to do it, but I'm probably still going to do lives occasionally. It's not like I'm throwing the lives away just so I could do the podcast. I'm definitely still going to find time to do Instagram live streams, but anyways, y'all know how it is. You know how it is. At least you should, but we'll see how it is. Yeah, no. If it's yeah. It's yeah. 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 It's interesting and it's difficult and it's whatever. And it's whatever. Um sorry. I'm touching my microphone. I'm biting my skin. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? That's what half of y'all are saying right now. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, who cares? Um the Instagram lives just got straining for me. I was tired a lot more. And it's not, for some reason, I can't do it like I used to be able to do it. I'm not able to pump out the Instagram lives like I used to be able to. I need to sleep now, y'all. I don't know why. For some reason, my body's not used to it anymore. My body really likes sleeping now. I take naps now, and they're fucking great. Period. Period. They're great. Um, I also really like talking. I like yapping. I like yappering. I like talking a lot. It's like a main focal point of who I am as a person at this point because of how much I love talking. Because talking is really fun, guys. I don't know if y'all know this, but talking is really, really fucking fun for me. Which y'all are gonna have to get used to it because it's again. I've just been repeating myself this whole fucking episode, and it's what I did the last episode. It's what I'm gonna do this episode. I repeat myself a lot because I like talking and I like the sound of my own voice most of the time. So, yeah. Information on the podcast, what's going on in this podcast, what's happening. The main goal of this podcast is literally just yap, yap, yap. It's just me talking about subjects that I feel like need to be talked about. It's my opinion on things that I feel like you guys would appreciate my opinions on. Um, this podcast is probably going to upload until I either get way too bored and I can't think of a better topic and I can't write a mini script for it because my script is just bullet points with information because right now I'm just reading like the questions and answering general information about it. It's just bullet points. And if I can't come up with enough bullet points to fill up like 2 pages, then I don't think I can continue to do. But we're not going to talk about the end of this because, girl, we just started. This is episode 1. You guys are stuck with this for a little bit longer. Don't think you can get away. Y'all can't get away. Who cares? Who cares? Yes. Also, if I die, that's probably when I'm gonna stop recording podcasts. I don't know though. I'm definitely coming back as a ghost, so maybe someone can summon my ghost and we can still record the podcast with like an EMF reader where I can answer by making it flash to 5. Is that a thing? Does that actually work? I hope it does, because when I'm a ghost, I want to do that. So the goal is that on every Friday, I'm going to post an episode of Richie Spill. Yes, I'm still getting used to the title. It's weird to say it out loud. But every Friday, um, I have in brackets the prayer hand emoji, the prayer emoji, and all things considered, every Friday I should be able to post, and hopefully it'll keep you fucking beasts, fucking ravage psychopaths, satisfied with the amount of content you guys have to get, because that's the amount I'm probably willing to do on the regular, and um, that's what you guys are gonna get. And I know like a main reason for you guys joining the Instagram lives is like being able to interact with people and being able to join and being able to have fun and being able to do that. But if I'm being honest, it's a lot easier for me to just record myself and maybe a guest or two talking, and it's a lot less strain. And when I do this, I also don't get a headache. That's the thing. I tried doing that other live, and it gave me a headache for some reason, and I really don't like having a headache. Headaches really, like, they do me dirty. Headaches are the worst thing that you could do to me. Headaches are nasty and evil and ugly. I hate headaches. I'd rather die than have a headache. You guys heard it here first. Die or have a headache, I choose death. Yeah. So as I said earlier, every once in a while, we are going to get a special guest. Because I do enjoy talking to people, and I feel like having a recorded conversation is a lot more fun than just having a recording of me talking to myself like I am now. And hopefully we're going to talk about like subjects that I feel relate to both of us in the conversation, and hopefully we can talk about a little bit of drama, drama. That's the whole point of this podcast. Richie spill the tea. That's where it came from. Drama, and hopefully it's like drama that we both have parts in, which hopefully it's not, because I don't have a lot of drama. Hopefully it's like I don't have a lot of drama. Or if it's just drama that one of us really wants to talk about, because sometimes people want to hear about my drama, and sometimes I really enjoy listening to other people's drama. So it's hopefully we gonna have a little drama on here, and it's gonna be difficult because we can't really name drop on a podcast the way we do on Instagram Live, because at any point that person can find the podcast and listen to the episode, and then they can get offended, and then they can try to get me kicked out of school or whatever they want to do. But yeah, then like, yeah, if they want, yeah, it's just going to be different, and it's going to be more difficult, and it's going to be readily available to people, which is going to be very different than the Instagram lives, because the Instagram lives were like, oh, it's like a limited time. You guys join when you want, and when it's over, it's over. I'm not going to do 2 in the same night. So it's okay. Sometimes I did like 4 in the same night, but that's because the Instagram live would glitch out and we would need to restart it. I'm sorry about that, guys. People hated me for the notifications, but I loved it. So who gives a fuck? I have a little note here that I think I should save it for the end, but I'm actually just going to say it now because why not? Our first guest, next week's episode is going to be, or maybe I think I'm going to drop them at the same time, actually. I think I'm going to drop 2 episodes for the open release. Our first guest is going to be Ms. Raha Jackson. She's one of my color guard queens. I met her last year. I love her a lot, and hopefully, and she's got some drama in her, and it's going to be tea. It's going to be our body going to be tea. Body tea. Wasted giving. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. Yes. Yeah. If you want to be a guest, don't be afraid to like text me on Snapchat or like even Insta DM me. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, text me queen, because I promise I'm really nice. Like, I'm not really nice, but like when it comes to people trying to get stuff from me, I'm usually really nice about it. And I really want guests on the podcast because I like talking to people. And my schedule's pretty open right now. And yeah, I'm not going to talk about my schedule on here because that's none of y'all's business. God, mind your business. But no, my schedule's pretty open. And if you want to be a guest on the podcast, I already have a few, I already have a few guests that I'm planning on, and I'm going to ask people to come on the podcast because I just feel like they would have a good energy to bring to the podcast, and I feel like it's necessary for them to be here. Raha's one of them, obviously. We already have we're already gonna film next week because I can't film all of these super quick because girl, I'm fucking crazy, but I'm not that crazy. But yeah, I'm working on writing other episodes like topic scripts or whatever, and I do all of this by myself basically. I record it myself. I have my own mini software or whatever that I record on. And then I edit it myself, which I don't do a lot of editing. I add the intro in and I add a little bit of outro music, and then that's it for editing cuz y'all get what you get. I'm not putting in that much effort. And yeah, I do all of that myself, and the only thing I've really had help on is the cover art. The cover art was graciously done by Monroe Bueno. I'm going to thank her a lot at the end of this episode, so I'm not going to do it in the middle because y'all are not ready for the amount of time I'm going to spend thanking Miss Monroe Bueno. Y'all are not fucking ready. Yeah. But if you want to be a guest, please message me because I promise I will probably be absolutely, please come on my podcast because I love talking to people, especially when it's not at school, because at school sometimes I worry that teachers are listening and I don't want the teachers to know my gossip, not my drama. God. Yeah, I have episodes planned, and don't be upset if the one you think, because I'm planning on recording these a week in advance from when I'm gonna post them. So I'm gonna record. Me and Raha, those episodes. I'm gonna post this one and the Raha one on the same day on the opening launch, and then next week's is gonna be an episode that I recorded on the same day I recorded Raha's, I think, or a little before that. It's gonna be pre-recorded, and then the week after that is gonna be the episode I recorded the second week, and it's going to continue to work like that. And I'm constantly going to have an episode or two backlogged in case something happens that week and I can't record because heaven forbid I get busy or heaven forbid something happens, because sometimes it's going to happen. Sometimes my schedule's going to fill up and sometimes things are going to overlap and sometimes I'm not going to be able to record. So it's good to have that, and I'm mostly it's going to be me recording by myself, so I should be able to do it. But when I have guests, don't if you are a guest, don't get offended if yours isn't posted the Friday of the following Friday of when we recorded, because most likely it's going to get posted a week after we recorded it. Because again, I like to have my shit pre-recorded and I like to have my stuff done because it's a lot of effort to do a podcast. People don't talk about that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of damn work, which we'll talk about that later. Yeah. But I promise it will get posted eventually if we do a collab, if we record an episode together, it will get posted eventually. Once I record it with you, I'll probably be able to tell you when it gets posted. And if you need the episode to get delayed, or if you want me to put a rush on it and move things back or something, I could probably do that. Yeah. Yeah. I plan on recording mostly on Thursdays so I can post the following day and then spend that night editing things in and getting things ready for the next Friday's launch. Because I really don't like having to do stuff during the weekdays. Friday's going to be a good time for me to do that, so do not be afraid if it doesn't get posted instantly, because who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Yeah. Yeah, don't care too much. It's okay, queen. Alright. Moving on. Let's see what else we got in here. We're on page 2, y'all, and we're halfway through. So, fingers crossed I can prolong this fucking one. No, I'm not. This isn't going to be like a time-based podcast. I'm going to aim for every episode to be around an hour, so you guys get like an average content and you guys get that. But there's going to be mini episodes where it's only like 30, 40 minutes. And there's going to be longer episodes where me and my friends are going to be yapping for an hour and a half. And you guys are going to deal with it because you guys fucking love me. Or at least that's what I have to tell myself to do this. It's really hard to do a podcast, guys. It's really, really fucking hard. I don't want to talk about it too much but I'm going to. I say that, but I'm definitely going to talk about how hard it is. Because why the fuck does it, okay, to record with a guest, you usually have to either, record on Zoom or something and then do that. But I'm doing an audio podcast, so I don't need the video portion of it. And it just needs to be me and that person talking. But I also want to be, I want to see that person, I want to see, oh, excuse me. I want to see them in person, and I want to be able to interact with them in time. I want to be able to interact with them live. So I have to do all the stuff to be able to record with a person and all of that. It's really, it's hard. It's difficult and it's hard and it's annoying. So, yeah. So it takes effort, and it's actually so hard to set up a decent quality podcast, because I'm not trying to make this no fucking nasty ratchet one. I'm trying to make this a decent podcast for you guys. I'm trying to make it at least a little above average. I'm trying to let you guys have a little fun with me. So, and it took me 3 fucking days to settle on a name. Not because it was really hard to come up with a name, because obviously Richie Spill isn't a fucking Mona Lisa. It's not a fucking work of art. It's not great. But the main problem was I came up with 27 different fucking names. It took forever. I came up with so many, and I had to whittle them down. One of them was really long. I can't remember what it was. It was Richie babbles on for 35 minutes while I cry, or something like that. I don't know. It was just really long. It was a really long title, and yeah, it was a really long title, and I didn't like it, so I scrapped that one. And then another one was just Purr, Purr, because I like to text that a lot. I text Purr a lot because that's my go-to response. It's because if I don't have anything better to say, I just go Purr, because it's cute. It works in response to most things, and then I was like, oh, that doesn't really tell you anything that's going on. So I settled on Richie Spill because it's me, Richie, and you guys, I like it when people know who I am, just because I think it's fun. And Spill because Richie, spill the tea. Spill, name drop. You guys like to do that a lot on the Instagram Lives. So, yeah. Yeah. You guys ask for a lot of drama on Instagram Lives when I don't have a lot of drama, but I like to spill. I like to pretend there's drama sometimes. Yeah. And it was really hard to come up with a name, and I wanted to talk about it. And finding a good recording software is really fucking annoying. It's really, really annoying. It's so hard. It was really difficult to find the one I'm using now, and it's not even great because I can only use one slot on it at a time. So I have to export the recording to my drive, make sure it's backed up and saved, go back, delete it from the main app I use, then record over the one slot I do have. So it's hard. And then I was using a voice memo app because I thought it would be easy and I thought it would take up low storage, but it was fucking hard and it was annoying and it was fucking stupid because earlier today I recorded a 56-minute long podcast episode that was supposed to be an extra episode. The lost episode is what I've been calling it, and I'm going to call all of the mini episodes lost episodes. And it fucking deleted it. So fucking the voice memos that you can download off of fucking Google Play. Fuck you, bitch. I hope you die. Yeah. That's how I fucking feel because it's really fucking annoying. Yeah. So, yeah. So I've switched over to this one. I don't know if I like it enough to continue using it, but it's the best thing I've got so far. So, yeah. And recording, it's very difficult because most podcast apps are like trying to get you to do a video podcast, but I don't want to do a video podcast because video podcasts are like they're difficult because you have to have a good quality camera, and if I don't have a good quality camera, which I don't, it's gonna look trashy and ugly. And trashy and ugly is not what I'm aiming for with this podcast. And yeah, so I've decided to audio podcast, and luckily this one just does audio. It doesn't do video, that I know of. I don't want to do video either. Someone told me that I should do video, and I was just like, it's just, that's a lot more work because then I have to edit the video too. Then I actually have to edit the video instead of just, and then I have to come up with a cover title screen instead of just my podcast art that Monroe did. Love you, Monroe. And yeah, so I'm just going to do audio for now at least. Eventually, maybe in forever, in eternity or something, maybe I'll switch to video when I have more money. That's the main constraint right now. I don't have a lot of money. And that's the main constraint with a lot of things. That's why I can only have one guest at a time for now. That's the best I can figure out at the moment. But if I want to do more, I have to buy more stuff. And stuff costs money, and money is expensive, and I don't have a lot of it, and it's very difficult. And Christmas is coming up, so I can't bother my parents enough to do it. I asked for a lot of podcast stuff for Christmas, so around Christmas time, y'all expect a big boost in quality around Christmas time. Yeah, big boost in quality around Christmas time. I hope, probably. I didn't. My list was not very long because we're kind of poor right now. We're kind of poor this year, and that's okay. I don't expect a lot, but also, it's hard because I don't like. I'm very grateful for the things I do have, and everything I do want is like millions of dollars. And I'm not going to ask my parents to buy me millions of dollars of things because we don't have millions of dollars of things. And it's just difficult. And I don't like asking for too much around the holidays because it feels like they're obligated to. And I know they're not. I know they don't have to. And I know they enjoy giving gifts. But it makes me feel like I'm a greedy little pig. But I like opening gifts. I like the action of opening gifts, not just the present inside. Yeah. The the microphone situation is like, they're really expensive. Microphones are expensive, and it's really annoying to figure out the two microphone recording thing because I want to be in the same room as these people because I really like it. And I'm just going to have to do like a bunch of free programs, and your bad bitch is broke. I'm a broke bitch. It's okay. I've admitted it, and I've accepted it. I'm broke. I'm kind of a broke queen. I'm a broke queen. Yes, broke, broke, broke. I'm a broke queen. I've accepted it. I'm a little poor. I'm a little broke. Being broke is just normal. It's part of everyday life. It's just what we gotta do, queen. Yeah. So the microphone situation, it's annoying me, and it's stupid, and it's ugly, and it's dumb. And microphones are ugly and stupid and dumb. And right now I'm using a headset with a microphone on it that is my brother's, and I'm still stealing it. And we'll see what I can do when I have to film with Raha. I think my grandma has a microphone I can steal, so I'm gonna steal her microphone, or I'm gonna have to go to Target and buy a microphone with my own money, because I can't ask my parents for stuff because I already have 2 microphones on my wish list. So, yeah, y'all know how it is. Working hard every fucking day. Yeah, my money. So, we're gonna talk about the future of the podcast now. Before I go on to rambling a bit before we end out, which I have time to fill. I have a lot of time to fill. So we're going to talk about what's going on in the future of the podcast. Of course, I'm going to be doing the uploads on Friday. God hopes that I upload every Friday. Sometimes it's going to be a day early. Sometimes it's going to be a day late. I can't promise y'all constant consistency, but I can promise you I'm usually going to upload on a Friday. Usually expect it on Friday, but don't be surprised if sometimes it's not. Because I'm only one person, and it's who I am. And if I'm not doing perfect, neither are you. Because I know you're not. Because no one's fucking perfect. except maybe Jennifer Coolidge. I love Jennifer Coolidge. Jennifer Coolidge is great. Urgh, you look like the 4th of July. Makes me want a hot dog real bad. Oh, God. You hear that? Sounds like the hot dog machine. God. 4th of July. You're not very pretty, and you're not very bright. I'm so glad we had that talk. Thanks for listening to me do my Jennifer Coolidge impression. Not that you guys had a choice. You're here against your will. You're hostages. We should do roleplay sometime. Yeah. Yeah. I'm still gonna do Instagram lives every once in a while. It's not like it's gonna be a scheduled thing, and it's not gonna be every weekend like it was at the end of last year. But I'm definitely gonna start doing them more when I have like enough mental energy to put up with people. Like, I love you guys a lot, but sometimes you guys get annoying, and that's okay. Sometimes I know I'm annoying a lot of the times, but I'm funny, so it's okay. But yeah, expect every once in a while I'll do an Instagram live, and an Instagram live, it's not like a scheduled thing for me. It's gonna be thick and thin. It's gonna be whenever I feel like it, and it's gonna be for me instead of being for you guys, because I like me more than I like you guys. Because I gotta love myself sometimes, guys. Except for some of you guys. Some of you guys I do like more than myself, and self-worth has been an issue for me in the past, but it's not really right now, and I'm kind of happy about myself for that. Um, expect more guests. A lot more guests, actually. Expect tons more guests and a ton of more like special people on here, and I'm even gonna bring people on from like my personal life. Eventually I plan on bringing on like my sister and my mom and sometimes my dad, and maybe even we'll get grandma. My grandma's iconic and legendary. She's Mexican. She's not from Mexico, and she's like she's like second generation here, I think. She's second generation, but she's 100%. She's 100% Mexican. The Ancestry.com even said so. They said she was a little Spanish, but that's because colonization, so who cares? Yeah, so that's that. So eventually it's going to be like if I like reach a goal or achievement or accomplishment, that's when I'm going to bring in my mom or my sister or my grandma or my dad. I don't think I'm going to bring my brother into this. He's younger, and I don't want him to be on here. Maybe I'll do it in 2 years when I'm a senior and he's a freshman, just as a way to be like, we're related, y'all. It'll be towards the end of the year, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Eventually I'm going to do some stuff, and I'm going to have a lot of my friends on. A lot of my friends. This is going to be me and my friends talking a lot. Because if I'm not allowed to talk to my friends, you guys aren't allowed to enjoy the podcast. Period. I have a lot of time to fill, so we're going to go on a mini rant. We're going to go on a mini ramble for about 10 minutes or so. Maybe a little less than 10 minutes. No, it's going to be about 10 minutes. So I've been really stressed out recently. I've had a lot of anxiety, and I discussed it a lot in the like 30-minute episode I recorded before I did this one. And the anxiety is such a weird thing for me. It's a very difficult thing for me to process because I was a very anxious kid, and I was very anxious. I was very shy. I was kind of a coward. I was kind of a coward. And now I'm a coward, but I'm also like very confident, so it kind of cancels out. But yeah, that's what's going on right now. That's what's going on in my life. And it's really stupid. I'm anxious over basically nothing, and I can't get into it because it's just a lot. It's a lot to break down, and it's a lot to do, and it's a whole situation, and I made a mistake, and I was upset about it, and it's okay. And it's okay to be upset about mistakes you made. And I want you guys to know that. I want you guys to know that when you make a mistake, it doesn't define who you are as a person. Mistakes happen to everyone, and I'm always going to make mistakes because I'm always going to be a person, and I'm always going to be a human being. And we're just going to have to deal with it, y'all. We're just going to have to deal with it. We're going to put up with it, and we're going to be fine, and we're going to do great. And recording this episode has really uplifted my spirits. It's made me more upbeat, and it really took my mind off of the mistake I made, which is very hard for me because when something bad or something wrong happens to me, I tend to focus on it a lot. I focus on it a lot because, again, it's easier for us as human beings to focus on the negative because it's easier to remember when we experience a negative emotion. And I just feel like sometimes it's okay to not feel like you're enough, and sometimes it's okay to feel like you're ugly and stupid. But eventually, you have to realize that's just like that's not true. We're all gorgeous, gorgeous people, except for some people. Some people are ugly, but they can be fixed. They can be changed. Not they can be fixed. That sounds really bad, but they can have a glow up. They can have a glow up. They can change their personality and all that. Some people do need to change their personality because some people are just rude fucking bitches for no reason. For no reason too. If you're gonna be rude, have a good reason. But yeah. So yeah, we gotta learn how to live with our bad qualities. We gotta learn how to live with our mistakes and learn how to enjoy being the experience that is humanity. We have to learn how to find little joys in the hellhole that is Earth. And it's been really hard for me. This week has been very hard for me. I cried about my grandpa, which may he rest. I love him. And it was very upsetting. And yeah, and I didn't like I usually when I cry it's usually late at night so my whole family's asleep, so I can't like go hug anyone. And I when I'm upset about anything, I could be like upset about the slightest thing. I really want to hug people. I really want to hug someone right now. Someone I want to hug someone with a little bit of upper body strength so they can like not crush me but squeeze me a little bit. But I really want to hug right now because hugs really do it for me. They really comfort me. They help me, and I think it would release the tightness in my chest. And there's this one guy that I feel I should hug and I want to hug, but I don't feel like it'd be appropriate for me to hug him. Not because it's like inappropriate or anything, but because the mistake I made, I feel like it would be wrong of me to hug him. But anyways, we can get back to that later. You'll get to hear about that in like a week or two. A week or two. And it's not like I like the guy. I don't have a crush on this guy. I used to have a crush on the guy, but that's again story for another day. I don't have a crush on him anymore, and he's just a friend to me now. But like I for some reason I feel like I really want to hug him, and I feel like it give me clarity and it give me closure. But also like it's weird to hug men. Hugging men is really weird for me because sometimes I hug Maddox, and I hugged Maddox a lot during the guard season, and it was usually while we were in uniform. And I felt bad because whenever I would hug him, I would get makeup on his uniform and I'd have to rub it off. And Maddox gives great hugs. That's a little known fact. Maddox, he's not. I'm Maddox, one of my friends. Maddox is a friend of mine. And he gives good hugs. But also, he's a man. So it's weird for me to hug men. I hug my dad all the time, but he's my dad. And I hug my uncles. And sometimes I hug my cousins. But they're like their family, so it's different. But hugging my male friends, it's been weird. It's weird. Because sometimes I feel like they think I have a crush on them. And I'm like, I don't have a crush on you, sweetie. I don't. It's really hard for me to have crushes on people because all I do is notice how ugly people are. Not everyone. Sometimes men are really pretty, but usually I just notice all the ugly things about them. And I'm just like, ugh. 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 Yeah. Yeah, that's been my week. That's been my week so far, so I think I've wasted enough of your time, and I think I'm going to go on to the shout-outs, and then I'm going to close down. Shout-outs, at the end of every one of my episodes, I'm probably going to give a shout-out to people, because I really like people. I love people. And my guests are going to do shout-outs too. And I'm going to shout out people. Sometimes I'll shout out places and concepts and like celebrities or something. And like, obviously, mostly it's going to be family and friends, but celebrities and concepts and like ideas and places. Those are also those are on the table. First, I want to thank my favorite person in the world right now, Monroe Bueno. She is one of my very close friends. I met her last year doing color guard, and I love her so much because it's Monroe, and I love Monroe so much. And she's great, and I love Monroe. She's gorgeous, beautiful, and she's amazing. And she's an amazing, amazing friend because she, out of nowhere, she heard me talking about the podcast, and I told her I needed like a good person to do cover art for me, and she stepped up. She instantly said, "I'll do it." Her and Lucille, actually, her and her Lucille both volunteered, and Lucille, like, when Monroe was like, "I do graphic design for like, it's one of my main hobbies." Lucille was like, "Oh, never mind, you take it, girl." And I was like, "Oh, you know what? Period." And Lucille's a really good friend of mine, and I love Lucille. But this isn't about Lucille. Lucille will get her own shout out. Lucille's gonna have her own episode one day, but that's again for later. For later. Um, Monroe Bueno, you are my favorite. You are my favorite. You're amazing, and I love you. Please don't leave. I love you. Yeah, I love Monroe. She's great. She did the cover art for the podcast on Spotify. She did the cover art for YouTube, and she did the banner on YouTube, I think. Yeah, she did. She did a lot for me. She did a lot. She did a lot. And she didn't. She asked me not to pay her, and I was like, "No, girl, I'm gonna pay you. It's not gonna be instantly because, again, as I said, a bitch is broke. I'm a broke bitch, like intensely broke. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna pay her." And she's like, she told me she didn't want payment, but I'm still gonna pay her eventually because it's a lot of work to do graphic design, and she did it like, I really like the cover art. She did it flawlessly. I gave her like 3 ideas to work with, and she like literally she created it basically out of nothing. I told her like I wanted it to be tea themed because Richie spilled the tea, all that. I gave her a color palette to work with, and we even workshopped the original color palette to what it is now. And she colored it and she drew it and she made it perfect. It's perfect. It's gorgeous and I love it. And the tea part is because I'm a divine feminine being and I'm really cute and I'm really gorgeous. And then the colors are like they're fun and they're bright and they're poppy and they kind of represent my ability to be a fun person, and I'm a kind of a loud person sometimes, which you guys are going to hear about that later. You're going to hear about that in the next episode cuz me and Raha are going to get loud girl. I'm talking we're probably going to yell it. And maybe we'll even get kicked out of the public library. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I'm recording this a week before I'm going to record with Raha. So we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much, Monroe. I literally would not be able to put out the podcast without her. She is my number one queen. That is my queen, ho. I love her. Shout out to my parents. My parents are great. They have supported me through the podcast making process. They haven't like supported me. It's mostly been me, but like they haven't like tried to shut me down. They've supported the idea of me starting a podcast, which is a really big thing for me because I really like talking and I like sharing my feelings and I like sharing with my friends. And now that I know I have their support, I feel like I could do this, and I feel like I can do this for a long time. And I'm really excited and I'm really happy, and it's going to be great because the podcast is going to be perfect. It's actually going to be so perfect, guys. I'm so fucking excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this podcast. This podcast is going to be amazing. And I know you bitches can't fucking wait to get more. Or at least I can't wait to put out more, so we'll see. And then, this is going to sound cringy, but I'm going to thank each and every one of you that's listening right now. I'm thanking my listeners. And thank you so much for tuning in. This is a new project for me. This is a new project for everyone. It's a new fun experience, and excuse me for a second. Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry you guys had to hear that. That was probably really loud for you guys. I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry. I had to cough. My bad. It's going to be a learning experience for all of us. It's going to get better as we go on, or maybe it'll get worse as we go on. Who knows? Yeah. Thank you all of you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. This has been really fun. And now that's my shout outs done. So now I'm going to do in closing, again, I'm pretty sure I'm going to double release this episode for like a premiere event. I think I'm gonna release this episode and episode 2 with Raha Jackson, because I love Raha. I love Raha. Raha's my queen. Um, I'm usually, because I have the episodes recorded a week in advance, I can put, and I have the scripts done about 2 weeks in advance. Actually, I can usually tell you guys what the next episode's gonna be about. So like, this is probably gonna be there's probably gonna be spoilers in every closing section just to get you guys like prepared for what next week is gonna be. But we'll see, we'll see, and yeah. So I think it's gonna be fun. I think it's going to be very fun, and that's what's gonna be the main. Like, I think I'm gonna close. I think I'm gonna have a section just titled "Closing" for every like script I do for the podcast, because it's this. I don't have like. I have little like dashed bullet points for what I need to say, but I don't just like read them word for word. If you catch my drift, because like it's scripted, but it's not line for line. It's improv more than anything. And I want you guys to actually start sending in questions. I want you guys to send me questions that I can answer, and I want you to guys to send like questions for my guest to answer, and yeah. And I want you guys to like understand that, again, the questions aren't probably going to go to the guest you think they're going to go to, because again, I record a week in advance. Like, there's no way you guys can get a question specifically for Raha now unless we bring her back in the future, which I'm probably going to do because I really like Raha. But yeah, there's not going to be a physical way for me to put out just, it's not going to be like, I'm not going to be able to put questions for specific guests, but if you have like questions that you want to ask me, don't be afraid to text me. Don't be afraid to text me. I love text. And I think you can leave comments on Spotify podcast. So, and I think you can definitely leave comments on YouTube. So leave comments. Leave comments. It's interaction. If y'all interact enough, I can actually make money off of this. And if I make money off of this, y'all are going to get a lot more. And I'll be way more willing to do this. I already like doing this, so don't think I'm doing this for the money. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm also I'm gonna start playing games. When I have guests, I'm gonna play games. And if you like know any good games that I should play with my guests, that'd be great. Cause like, I really like games. Games are really fun, and yeah, and I like games. And games are cute and preppy and fun. And yeah, and yeah, and yeah. Yes. I really like doing that. I really like going, well, yes. I like doing that. That's a lot of fun for me. Um, I like doing games, so send in games. Make sure you share this pod everywhere. Share it to everyone you know. I'm talking everyone you know. Share it to your fucking grandma. Share it to granny. Share it to grandpa. Share it to your grandpa, share it to your grandma, unless they're like homophobic, because then they're probably going to report this podcast and they're going to find a way to get me canceled or whatever. And send it to your cousins, because some people's cousins really like me. Monroe's cousin, actually, Monroe's cousin was an avid Instagram live guest, and Monroe's cousin is really nice, and I like Monroe's cousin. I don't remember, it starts with a K. I think it's Kaya. Kyla? I don't know. Monroe's cousin, I know you're tuned into this one. Send in a question. Eventually Monroe's going to be featured on this. Because again, she helped with the podcast so much. But yeah, share it everywhere. Spread it far and wide. Don't be afraid to share it on Instagram. That's what I did for Aiden's podcast. If you guys didn't know, last year there was a senior, Aiden Leahy. Reese Leahy is his sister. I love Reese. Reese is great. But Aiden had a podcast last year called The Ramblings of a Midwestern Twink, I believe. I think that's what it was called. But like, I listened to that a lot. I listened to that one a lot. And this is kind of, I'm not going to say this is directly inspired by that, because mine, I like to say mine is more professional. His was more of just him and his friends talking because he always had a guest on his. Mine is obviously not going to be constantly a guest. This is mostly just going to be me and a guest every once in a while. But it's going to be guests more often than not, I think. Yeah. So, yeah. That's what I did for Aiden. I posted about it on Instagram and yeah. And then he took it down because Dan's episode got him canceled. I'm sorry if you're listening to this, Dan, but you are not coming on this podcast. I am not taking this podcast down because of you again, Dan. It's not going to happen. I can't have it happen. I know you got a lot of juicy drama, and I know the whole point is drama, but a lot of people got angry about your podcast episode. I didn't even get to hear it before it got taken down because that's how bad people started ranting about it. So, Dan, I'm sorry, but you can't come on. I know I said anyone could come on, but not you, Dan. Not you. Not you, Dan. You got to do better. You got to do better. I'm on TikTok and Instagram under Ann_icon01. That's AN_icon01. I have that TikTok and I have that username on TikTok because it's an iconic username and I have it everywhere except probably Twitter. I don't have a Twitter account. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't have a Twitter. So, oopsie, whatever. Yeah. So I'm on there as Ann_icon01. That's my main Instagram account. And then I also have an alt Instagram account, which you can follow that. It's just me, but like I don't post ever on Instagram, but I don't ever go on the spam account. That's mostly I made it last year because I wanted to express my emotions in a healthier way to the people without certain people being able to see, which if you go through and you read the captions on my Instagram, there's no way you could guess who it is, but also there's obviously a way you could guess who it is. And one of my main supporters on there on the alt account was Reese. Reese Miller. I love you, Queen. Thank you for supporting my alt account. I love you. And then my main account on TikTok, which is the one I'm always on. I'm never on _icon on TikTok because I don't follow anyone except for my main account on there. And I mostly did... Sorry, I heard something drop. I mostly just did that account so I could have the username and be able to eventually start posting on there more. It's mostly going to be stuff about the podcast on there. So, who cares? The main account is deer_eating_bread. I like underscores if you couldn't tell. Deer_eating_bread. Deer eating bread. It's a long story, and eventually we will talk about that. Eventually we're going to talk about that because that's a very long story, and there's no way to accurately convey it in the amount of time we have today. And yeah. After this should be a clean transition, actually. Not clean, because I'm still going to have to do the outro and intro, but I'm going to be going live with Raha Jackson in the next episode. Raha, I can't wait to record with you, Queen. And you guys, I can't wait for you guys to hear what me and Raha have to say, because I think it's going to be juicy. We're going to gossip about Guard. I already know that, because I know there's a lot of gossip about Guard from, like, when I wasn't there, but there's also gossip from when I was there. And we're going to talk about some people that I don't like in Guard, which I don't really not like people in Guard, but I have beef with someone in Guard right now, and it's not actual beef, but it's beef that I have right now because they annoyed me. But yeah. Juicy Guard gossip. And you know what? There is going to be some tea. And you know what? How I'm going to end this? And we're going to fucking spill. Yes.